Dershowitz, the world-famous professor from Harvard University, joins us. Hello, Professor. Welcome back. How are you?
Well, fine, thank you. You know, my good friend Bob Drinan, Father Drinan, was a member of Congress while he was a priest. But then the Pope said, you got to choose. And Bob Drinan, a deeply committed Catholic, chose to leave Congress and remain a priest and the dean of the Boston College Law School. And he was replaced by my other friend, Barney Frank. So I was very interested to listen to the father who just preceded me. You know, it's very hard to talk about religion in front of Congress, but Judge Amy Coney Barrett has made it much easier because she wrote a law review article back in 1998 in which she talked about when Catholic judges should and should not recuse themselves from cases. She made the obvious point, course correctly, that nobody should recuse themselves just because they're a Catholic or a Jew or an atheist. Doesn't matter. Just because you're a member of a particular religion, you don't recuse yourself. But she did say that a religious Catholic judge, and she is one, should recuse herself when there is a direct conflict between the law and what her conscience permits her to do in the context of capital punishment. The same may be true in the context of abortion. So I think she's going to be questioned about that, about recusal, not about her religion as such. Senator Dianne Feinstein made a terrible mistake when she accused her, basically saying the dogma lives in you, within you. That's insulting. This isn't dogma. This is an important aspect of faith, and religion shouldn't be insulted. But she has invited questions about what her policy toward recusal might be, and those questions should and will be asked.
All right. So wait, according to that 1998 article, her day job is interpreting the Constitution. And
Right.
if it should come into conflict with something that the church teaches, she will, according to her own words, take a step back, say, I'm going to take a pass on this one, right?
Well, yeah, because it's not a day job for her. Being a Catholic is not a night job.
No. I don't mean that. I mean her day job would be being a justice. And she would take a step back from that.
She would if there were a direct conflict. Now, mostly abortion cases don't come up in terms of individuals. Planned Parenthood brings the lawsuit. But Roe versus Wade was an individual. She was an individual who claimed, turned out falsely, but claimed that she was sexually assaulted by a group of minority people and became pregnant. Well, that was not true, but she was pregnant and wanted an abortion. And the Supreme Court decision basically said, you, personally, Roe, can have an abortion. Now, Judge Barrett could not participate in that decision if she felt the Constitution was different from her own views. Now, she happens to feel that there is no constitutional right to an abortion, but what if the Constitution were amended and it specifically provided for a right to abortion? Yeah. She would then have to recuse herself. Look, she's a serious scholar, a serious intellectual,
Professor,
and Catholic, and she should be praised for all of that.
Very quickly, because we got to go in a few seconds. The Father Pavone, I didn't think really wanted to go there, but if Roe v. Wade is thrown out, 6-3, whatever, it does go back to the states. The states can have abortion services if they desire or choose.
Unless she believes that there is a constitutional right to life. She's already said there's a moral right to life, but if she would conclude there's a constitutional right to life, then the states would not have the power to allow any abortions. She should be asked about that as well. I think I know what her answer will be, but she should be asked about that.
Professor Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz. Oh, by the way, check out The Dersh Show. Brand new podcast. Hey, everybody's got a podcast, but this one is a super one, I hear. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you.
Okay.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.